Hello, my amazing friend. Today, we learn English with the powerful and inspiring story of a girl who turned her diary into a global voice. A voice that conquered heartbreak, found strength in every fall, and sang her way into the hearts of millions. This is not just a tale of music. It's a journey of bold dreams, silent battles, and endless belief. From writing lyrics in her bedroom to standing on the world's biggest stages, this is the story of Taylor Swift's rise to fame. And it just might teach you not only English, but how to believe in your own story. In a small town called Reading, Pennsylvania, a baby girl was born on December 13th, 1989. Her name was Taylor Allison Swift. Her parents didn't know it yet, but they were raising a future superstar. Taylor was not like other children. While most kids played with toys, Taylor wrote stories and poems. Her favorite thing in the world? Music. By the time she was 10, she was already singing at local events, fairs, and karaoke nights. People noticed something special in her, something real. She fell in love with country music. Artists like Shania Twain and Faith Hill became her heroes. Taylor didn't just sing songs, she studied them. She listened to every word, every emotion, every story behind the lyrics. Then she picked up a guitar and began writing songs of her own. At just 12 years old, Taylor wrote a song called Lucky You. That moment changed everything. She realized that music was not just something she loved, it was who she was. But dreams don't come easy, especially not big ones. Taylor begged her parents to take her to Nashville, the heart of country music. She walked into record labels with a demo CD in her hands, full of hope, full of dreams. But again and again, doors closed. People said, "You're too young," or "Come back later." Still, she didn't give up. She went home and wrote more. She sang more. She believed more. Then came the moment that would change her life forever. At the age of 14, Taylor signed a music publishing deal with Sony ATV, becoming the youngest songwriter ever hired by the company. She was just a teenager, but her lyrics had power. Her words were filled with feelings that people of all ages could understand. Love, heartbreak, hope, fear. But Taylor didn't want to write songs just for others. She wanted to sing them. She wanted to share her voice with the world. Soon after, a man named Scott Borchetta, who was starting a new record label called Big Machine Records, saw her perform. He didn't just hear her voice, he saw her fire. Taylor became the first artist to sign with his label. She was 15 years old. In 2006, her first single, Tim McGraw, was released. It was a song she wrote about love, memory, and the way music can hold feelings forever. The song didn't explode overnight, but it touched people. Slowly, the world started to notice her. Then came her debut album, Taylor Swift. And everything changed. With songs like Teardrops on My Guitar, Our Song, and Should Have Said No, Taylor captured the hearts of teenage girls, heartbroken souls, and everyone who had ever felt too much. She wasn't just singing. She was telling stories. Real stories. Her stories. And that honesty made her different. But with fame comes pressure and judgment. As her fame grew, so did the attention. The world watched her every move. Her love life became headlines. People criticized her for writing about her exes. They called her dramatic, emotional, and even fake. But Taylor didn't stop. Instead, she turned pain into poetry. She turned rumors into records. She kept writing, kept singing, kept going. Her second album, Fearless, was a masterpiece. It included songs like Love Story and You Belong With Me. These songs weren't just hits, they became anthems. Fearless won Album of the Year at the Grammys. Taylor, at just 20 years old, became the youngest artist ever to receive the honor at that time. She stood on that stage in front of millions and said, "If you're lucky enough to be different, never change." But not all moments were golden. In 2009, at the MTV Video Music Awards, something happened that shocked the world. As Taylor was giving her speech for winning Best Female Video, rapper Kanye West walked on stage, grabbed the microphone and said, "Beyoncé deserved the award instead." Taylor stood there, shocked and silent. The world talked about that moment for months. Some people laughed, some defended her. But Taylor? She moved forward, quietly, powerfully. She released Speak Now, an album where she wrote every single song by herself. That was her answer. Not through arguments or headlines, but through music. Songs like Back to December and Mean reminded the world of her truth. She didn't shout. She sang. As she grew, her music changed. She moved from country to pop. Some fans were confused. Others felt betrayed. But Taylor didn't let fear stop her evolution. In 2014, she released 1989, her first full pop album. It was bold, it was bright, it was brilliant. With hits like Shake It Off, Blank Space, and Style, Taylor proved that she could do more than survive change. She could own it. 1989 won the Grammy for Album of the Year. Again. Taylor became the first woman to win that award twice for 2 different albums. She stood on stage and said, "There are going to be people along the way who try to undercut your success. But just focus on the work. And someday when you get where you're going, you'll look around and know that it was you and the people who love you who put you there." Her journey wasn't always easy. In 2016, her name was once again in every headline. There was drama with Kanye West, Kim Kardashian, and social media exploded with hate. The world called her a liar, a snake. People canceled her, mocked her, turned their backs. But once again, Taylor stayed silent. And once again, she wrote. In 2017, she returned with Reputation, a darker, louder, more powerful version of Taylor. Songs like Look What You Made Me Do showed a woman who was no longer afraid of the world. She didn't ask for permission. She didn't explain herself. She created, she performed, and she stood tall. But beneath the glitter and shadows, there was still that same girl. The girl with a guitar. The girl with a diary. The girl who believed in the magic of words. With Lover, she opened her heart again. Songs were filled with softness, vulnerability, and joy. She used her voice not only for music, but for justice. She spoke about politics, equality, and LGBTQ+ rights. She stopped being silent about what mattered. She was no longer just a singer. She was a voice for millions. Then came the pandemic. The world paused, but Taylor didn't. In 2020, she surprised everyone with 2 albums, Folklore and Evermore. These were soft, haunting, poetic. They weren't made for charts. They were made for the soul. And once again, she won Album of the Year at the Grammys. 3 times. No one had ever done that before as a solo female artist. Taylor also began re-recording her old music, her Taylor's versions. Why? Because the rights to her original albums were sold without her permission. She wanted to take back her art, her voice, her story. It was not just about business. It was about ownership, power, and respect. With every re-recorded song, she proved one thing: no one can take away your truth if you stand by it. Today, Taylor Swift is more than a singer. She's a storyteller, a fighter, a friend. She has over 500 awards. She sells out stadiums. Her fans, known as Swifties, span across every continent. But beyond the fame, beyond the glitter, there's still that girl, writing songs in her room, dreaming of touching hearts. She turned every heartbreak into healing, every rumor into rhythm, every challenge into a chance. And through it all, she stayed one thing: honest. Taylor's story teaches us many lessons. That success is not a straight road, that growth means change, that being different is powerful, that silence can be strength, that words, when spoken from the heart, can change the world. So, my friend, as you learn English through her story today, remember this: you don't have to be loud to be heard. You don't have to be perfect to be powerful. You just have to be real. Like Taylor Swift, the girl who wrote her truth and sang it to the world.